In just a moment, we will be joined by everybody outside of Instagram to join us from all the other social networks. And yes, indeed, we are live. So welcome everybody to another week, to another day on planet Earth. It's Monday, the 11th of May. Week 8, the beginning of week 8 of the lockdown here in the UK, and we've been getting together every day since the lockdown, Monday to Friday, for around 20 minutes every weekday at 10 a.m. BST for around 20-25 minutes to tap together on the stress, anxiety, sadness, grief, frustration, worry and fear that we are all experiencing. My name is Sonja Kirschner. I'm a life coach. I'm a leadership coach. I'm the founder of A Power Free Coaching Training and Mind Freedom. And I'm on the mission to keep us all mentally and spiritually fit in these difficult times. So we've been tapping for, this is the beginning of week 8 now. And for all those of you who are new and joining us, welcome. EFT is very effective in helping us to experience relief, because it brings together two worlds. It brings together the world of the ancient Chinese acupressure, where we apply pressure with our fingertips on certain meridian points on our body, and the meridian points are the end points on our meridian lines, the energy network in our body. And research has shown that if we experience emotional or physical pain, our meridian lines have a blockage, and through the application of acupressure on the meridian points, which I will be showing you in just a moment, we start releasing the pressure. Now there is a other part of EFT, emotional freedom technique. It's the modern psychology part, where we acknowledge in our own words what is going on within us and listen to the response our body, our mind and our soul really give us. In this day and age, we've been really trained not to dwell or not to think too much about what is going on which is holding us back. We've been trained to focus on the future. So every time there is something wrong with us, every time we are experiencing emotional or physical pain, we are unconsciously distracting ourselves for work, through focusing on what we need to do in order to get to where we want to be. But the modern psychology part, when it comes to EFT, emotional freedom technique, helps us to acknowledge what it is that is going on right in this particular moment in time, because that is the only moment in time that life truly happens, which is now. And by us acknowledging the emotion and being specific, or the physical pain, we actually do take the power away from these emotions, from the pain. It's almost like listening to our body, to our mind, to our soul, what is going on. And if we do in a kind and gentle way, we do take the power, the hold they have over us, away from them, and we release the pain, the physical or emotional pain. So two worlds, the acupressure part through the application on certain meridian points, and this is the first one, the side of our hand, and bring together the modern psychology, where we acknowledge what is going on. It's not about dwelling on negativity, it's about acknowledging what is happening for us. So in just a moment, I will be showing you what the meridian points are. We'll be starting tap. We will be also touching our face. So hygiene, of course, it's still of utmost importance. So go and wash your hands if you haven't already, because we will be touching also our face. So why EFT, and why particularly now? As I said, EFT is not a very well-known technique, but research has shown over and over again that it can, within the matter of minutes, give us tremendous amounts of relief. EFT, emotional freedom technique, has the potential to reduce our cortisol levels, our stress hormones by more than 40% within the matter of minutes. So you see, what you need to know is that we have a 2 million year old brain, and our brain is there to protect us, to keep us safe. And I do introduce every session with this because it's a really important reminder, and especially when you are new and joining us, it's really important for you to know how the brain works. It's there to protect us, to keep us safe. Now the brain, and especially a part of the brain called the amygdala, the fight or flight center of the brain, an almond-shaped part of the brain, is always vigilantly looking out for danger. Now us observing what is going on, obviously we send danger signals to the brain if we are exposed to danger. Think of us 2 million years ago when we were chased by tigers and lions and other danger was right in front of us. We were sending danger signals to our brain, and our brain responded. It wanted to protect us, to keep us safe. So it started pumping our system, our body, with chemicals and hormones such as cortisol, which is the stress hormone, such as adrenaline and other endorphins. As a result, our blood started pumping faster. Our body essentially started pumping more blood into our system, so our heart was really beating fast. We started breathing faster when we are exposed to danger, which oxygenizes our system and make sure that we are really ready for the physical attack or the flight. We start sweating when we are exposed to danger, and all this to make us perform faster and better and ensure our survival. Now fast forward to today, we are exposed to danger, we're perceived to be exposed to danger even if we are not in physical danger. Through the sheer fact of observation what is going on in the world, and especially now in this pandemic, we observe what is going on around us, what is going on in our families. If we know somebody who is ill or affected, by watching the news, by watching the numbers of people who are infected or dying indeed, it all makes us afraid. You know, the danger of not knowing, the uncertainty and the lack of control are causing us to feel in danger. The financial insecurity of what's going to happen is a big factor for people to experience stress and danger, feeling in danger. So through the sheer fact of observing what is going on, of observing the reality, we are sending signals to our brain, and our brain responds. It may not respond for the level of cortisol and other hormones into our system that makes us really anxious, that we feel as if our hearts was jumping out of our chest, unless of course we are experiencing panic attacks. So it can happen gradually over time, quite subtly, but we still have increased levels of cortisol, adrenaline, endorphins in our system, which does make us feel tired. That's why we feel tired at the end of the day or during the day, because we feel ultimately as if we've been running a marathon since the beginning of the pandemic. So the EFT tapping sessions are particularly important because they help us to slow down, because as you can imagine, functioning under stress and fear, by having our brain responding in the way it does, and our brain being exposed to all the chemicals which react in a certain way, it's not good, permanently good for our health. It's not good for our mental and spiritual being. Of course, it has an effect on our sleep, on our immune system, especially in times when we're trying to keep our immunity up. So for EFT, we are allowing ourselves to slow down. Although we cannot control what is going on around us, so we cannot control the reality that we observe, but we certainly can control our internal dialogue and our internal world. We give ourselves through EFT the permission to slow down. As a result, we give our bodies the permission to restore and recover, our immune system to boost itself. We feel emotionally stronger, and better equipped, and have generally a better experience of what is going on, because we make better decisions and are able to, although in a difficult situation, we're able to enjoy ourselves more. That's why EFT is so hugely important, and within the matter of minutes we can take our power away. Now for tapping, we can all do that individually, and it's great to tap and take our power away in this way. But when we get together in these sessions, tapping together, virtually or physically together, of course in this day and age we are now tapping together virtually because of the pandemic, but getting together and tapping together increases the benefits, the relief for all of us. So if you know of somebody who is suffering emotionally or spiritually or physically, then do share the invitation with them. Click the share button, share the video with them, to share the recording or the invitation to this live broadcast with them so that they can join us right now. All you have to do is trust the process and repeat after me. I will be giving you also time during the tapping process to acknowledge your own personal emotions, your own personal emotional and physical pain, but we will be tapping together. So these are the tapping points. We'll be starting off on the karate chop point, also known as the side of our hand right here. And we're tapping 7+ times quite firmly so that we can the pressure applied on our meridian point. Next up, we're tapping right here, just the beginning of our eyebrow, right here, followed by the side of the eye, then underneath the eye, and whether you choose to tap on one side or another, it's up to you because the meridian lines are run on both sides of our body. Then underneath the nose, then underneath the chin, it's this little crack below the lip, and you can tap with 2 fingers, more than 2 fingers, it's up to you, as long as we get the pressure applied. Next up is the collarbone, but around 2-3 inches below the collarbone, followed by underneath the armpit, around 4 inches below for women, where the brow line sits. And we will be finishing off the tapping cycle on the top of our heads, just look like a little bit like monkeys, but it's very effective. So all you have to do is just trust the process. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it by slowing down together. And I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose with me. Take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And as you do, just notice what you notice. And notice the predominant emotional pain you are experiencing, the stress, the anxiety, the frustration, the fear, the anger, or the sadness. Or perhaps it's physical pain, almost like a neck ache or headache or shoulder ache. So where does that emotional or physical pain reside in your body? And be specific, how does it feel? Is it a sharp pain? Is it a dull pain? Or that anger or stress or anxiety, which may be in your chest? How does that feel? It may feel like a strong sense of pressure or a throbbing, moving pain. So how does it feel? And where does it reside? And on an intensity scale between 1 and 10, when 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest, what number of intensity would you give it? And you bring it up right now, I expect the number to be somewhere around 5 or above. Great. I want you to write the number down or memorize it. We'll come back to it. Right, and let's start tapping together. Repeat after me. Even though I feel all this stress and anxiety, I choose to relax. Even though I feel all this stress and anxiety, I choose to relax. And one more time. Even though I feel all this stress and anxiety, I choose to relax. All this stress all this anxiety, all this sadness, all this frustration. All this anger, all this fear, all this emotional pain, all this physical pain. I can feel it. It's been weighing me down. In fact, it's draining me. I'm so tired. All this is taking its toll on me. All this negativity. It's weighing me down so much. It is causing me so much emotional and spiritual pain. And now I want you to continue by choosing your own words. We have identified what it is for you that the dominant negative emotion is and where it resides, or perhaps the physical pain. So let's just tap on it together. 2 rounds we are tapping together, but you choose your own words. All you have to do is to acknowledge the pain and describe what is going on. The more specific you can be, the better. And keep breathing through the pain, breathing in deeply through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Starting at the beginning of the eyebrows right here. Side of the eye. Underneath the eye. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. Top of the head. Well done. Let's do another round together where you acknowledge in your own words what is going on, breathing through the pain. Beginning of the eyebrows. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. Of the head. Really well done. Now we continue tapping together, so just repeat after me. Beginning of the eyebrows. Even though I feel all this emotional pain, even though I feel all this physical pain, right now I'm giving myself the permission to let them go. Right now I am giving myself the permission to let them go. I forgive myself for having been so hard on myself. I know that I've been doing my best. I forgive myself for having been so hard on myself. In this very moment, I'm choosing to relax. I'm choosing to let it all go. I am allowing peace and harmony to flow to me and through me. And I can feel how peace and harmony penetrate every cell of my body. I'm giving myself the permission to relax and to restore. I am pressing the reset button. And I can feel my body responding to it. In this very moment, I'm well. And although it may be only for a short time, but right now I'm choosing to breathe in all the goodness that is flowing to me. And I'm choosing to breathe out everything that has been holding me back. Right now, I am restoring and repairing myself. It feels good to take my power back in this way. I'm releasing all the negativity and everything that has been holding me down. And I'm breathing in a breath of fresh and healing air. I can feel the positive energy flowing to me and through me. And right now, all is well. Right now, I am choosing to feel peace over fear. Right now, I am choosing to feel love over fear. And right now, I feel well. With every breath that I take in, the peace and harmony multiply. And with every breath that I breathe out, I feel lighter and more relaxed. Right now, all is well. Right now, I feel calm and relaxed. I feel good I'm choosing fear over love, and I'm taking this feeling of well-being and peace with me into the day and into this new week. All is well. I am well. And so it is. And as we gently stop tapping together, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And just notice what has changed. Just notice what has shifted. How has the emotional, the physical pain you have identified at the beginning of the session shifted? The number of intensity you have given it? By how many points has it gone down? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what has changed, what has shifted for you. Let me know about the relief that you have experienced. You have done really well. I want to thank you for taking the time out of the day to join us at these daily tapping sessions. I want to thank you to join us today, to make room for yourself and to empower yourself in this way. I know you have experienced relief. I could feel the energy flowing to me and through me, and I know you have done the same. You could feel it too, because if more people than just one person tap, we benefit the relief and the benefits. We amplify the relief and the benefits for all of us. So thanks for showing up for yourself and empowering yourself in this way. If you're new to tapping, you've got a tool now in your hand, so take it with you into the day and tap every time you feel stressed out, anxious, or afraid. But don't forget to join us every morning to tap together so that we can all experience the relief in an amplified way. And I invite you to share this invitation to these daily tapping sessions until they are still on, until the end of the lockdown, or until the government starts releasing the lockdown, to join us at these daily tapping sessions where we tap every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. PST for around 20 minutes. Thanks for spreading the word, and have a great day. And hey, we're another day closer to the end of the lockdown.